Hello everyone, this is Charles BridgTec with another flashlight review, this time from Nicron. Now this here is their BC60 2.0. Now they sent this to me directly. They wanted me to test and review this new light of theirs. Comes in this packaging here. So let's go ahead and get started with the specs here. As you can see, 1400 lumens is the highest output that this can do. Those are the additional light outputs. Now if you need more time to read these, go ahead and pause the screen. Otherwise, let's get this open and see what's in. Now I had done Nikon reviews in the past, quite a few years back, so it's nice to be able to get a few samples of them again here. Now I'm not a huge fan of these molded plastics because they will sometimes leave blemishes on your flashlight, so that's only because they're rattling around during shipping. So shipping can be pleasant or it can be horrible. I'll get out the rest of this stuff here. Make sure everything else is out. We've got one user manual, and we've already went over the specs. Looks like multi-languages on the manual, which is nice. And we have one extra charging port cover and one O-ring, and you get one lanyard here. I don't use lanyard on the smaller lights. One Type-C charging cable. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the light. There it is. Nice compact design. Definitely suited for everyday carry just by the way its size is and build is. Now this here on the knurling on the side of the barrel here, it is aggressive, so that'll be good for gripping if you're wearing gloves. Button does stick out past the body. Heat sinking here as well. Here's the charging port there. And that's got a nice tight seal on that. You can table stand that if you wish. Yeah, that does feel nice, definitely nice for everyday carry. Would have been nice if they included a clip here, because I notice here on the body there's an area where I easily could attach a clip. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look here at the deep smooth reflector. Now this is running the Lumens SFT 40 LED. Difference between the SST 40 is there's no dome on this one. Try to get a good picture of that there. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take this all apart, and I'll show you the insides. Spring there on the tail cap, nice quality. Do have some grease here on the threads, not very much, but there is some there. There is a protection piece here that you want to remove there. And they do include a battery here, so it's a complete kit. This is an 18650 2600 milliamp. This is a 10 amp cell, which is pretty much a standard battery for most applications, especially a light under 2000 lumens. These do really well. Not too sure if this comes apart. Nope. So now let's go ahead and put it back together. This does have a spring down on the head, so you can use flat top cells, or if you do have extra 18650s, you can use those, and you can just swap it out whenever your battery gets low. Alright, so now let's go through the UI. UI is pretty straightforward. I'm going to turn it on. Battery level indicator there. That will turn yellow when it's about 50%, and it'll turn red, but when it starts to blink red, you're not going to be able to run it on the higher outputs, and you definitely want to charge it at that time or swap out the battery. Turn it back off by clicking it. So now you're simply going to go ahead and click on the side switch. And it is off. We'll go through those again one more time. 1400 lumens. Oh, very nice beam. Combination beam. A little bit of bleeding here around the edge. Nice cutoff. Look at that. That is nice. Really is my all-time favorite lights. Now, as you can see here, that's the color there that I was telling you about. I haven't charged this battery yet, so it's to be expected. Yeah, once you leave it on for a while, it'll automatically go back down to the other light output now here. Now it seems like if you wait a moment, it will just automatically, when you click the button, it will cycle off. And leave it on for just a sec, see what happens. Now the light has turned back green, so the turbo is going to really be hard on the battery, which is normal. Now click it one time, it shuts off. So once you do leave it on for a while, the light will, next time you click it, it will shut off. Not a huge fan of that type of UI, but it is what it is. Alright, so now we're going to go through the special modes. You're simply going to press down and hold the side switch for 3 seconds there. We'll get you a strobe. Now that is a variable speed on the flash, and it is distracting. Press down and hold will go back to the last light output that you had it on, which is nice. Now clicking it one time, of course, the light's been on for a while. Now we can go back through the UI and then back off. And that's all there is to this light. Pretty simple, easy to operate. The UI, I'm not a huge fan of it just shutting off after you had the button on for a while, since if you go through all the light outputs, it shuts it off at the end. Why they can't just make it regardless of how long it's been on. But other than that, nice build quality on this, feels solid, rugged, and the price point, these are budget friendly, and that is a big deal for the war that's going on for the budget friendly lights. Alright, well, let's wait no further. Let's take this outside, see how it does in the wilderness. We are out here in the darkness with the Nicron BC60. Well, let's go ahead and get started, see how it does. Water spout, 35 feet from where I'm standing, 65 feet there to this tree. There it is on the fence, kind of give you an idea. See that a little bit of hot spot is intensified there right in the center. See if it'll make the tree, and it does. 138 feet there to the tree of life, famous in all its glory, and it is faintly making 238 feet at this light level. Impressive. We're going to go up to the next level here. Now remember, it turns off, so we're going to go up to the next level that way. Not a fan of that, but it is what it is. Making it across the park to those playgrounds, as you can see. Second one there. Tree line, fence line. It's come alive. Now making that 238 feet tree there easily. 138 feet here to the famous tree of life. Making a school. Faintly making that first palm tree. Impressive. Let's go up to the next level here, see how it does. It is making those palm trees now, look at that. And everyday carry, a little flashlight, budget friendly, is making those palm trees. Making the school. Of course, the tree is lit up very nice. Making those trees way out there in the distance. And it does have a little bit of a halo there around the outer edge of the spill area. Those don't usually bother me too much, but letting you know. Tree line, fence line. We're now going to go to the next level. There we go. The highest level in the UI. This thing is impressive. Especially for the price point that you'll pay for it. Making those trees. Let's see how it does over here. Furthest palm tree. No, it doesn't make it. Well, it's worth a try. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those night shots. Now, the battery that was included, didn't have time before I went out. It was still charging. It was right around 70%. So I used one of my LG HG2s, 3000 milliamp. So just to let you know, the battery that was included was not used in the night shots. So probably had better performance, but that is an unprotected cell. So just letting you know, the quality of the beam is very nice. I really like the combination beams anyways, kind of my favorite all-time type. So I'm partial to them. I use them the most. Second one would be flood, and then a dedicated thrower. I'm not a huge fan of the LEPs. I know I say that a lot, and I do mean it. So this kit here is nice, definitely for the price point. You got a good beam quality on this. The UI is the weak point on this light. Wish they would do a little bit different to where it doesn't, after having the light on, it doesn't shut it off. I'm not a huge fan of that. It should just cycle back up to the light levels and then automatically bottom out with it turning off. So that's just my opinion. It may not bother most people, but that's just me. Type C charging cable, it's just standard speed, which is typical for these 18650. Get a lanyard, get a couple extra items here, the O-ring and the extra port cover. I've never lost one yet, but I have damaged one, so it really is nice to have those. I have a huge box, and man, when something happens, it's a pain in the butt trying to locate that particular type of grommet cover to cover your port, but I do look for it if I damage it, so definitely nice to have extra. Very nice, again, build quality, not seeing any issues there. The finish on here, machining and finish, is kind of a probably not a flat black, but semi-gloss. Does have to the eye, it looks a little more dull than it does here on camera. Yeah, there it is right there. That's what it looks like. So yeah, it is impressive. Nice, it has a little battery level there on the power switch there. Alright, well, I want to thank Nicron for sending me this B60 2.0 to review. Now, if this is something you're interested in getting, I will leave a link down in the description. Now, I'm also working on a special discount code. If I do get that, it'll be there as well, just in case you're interested in getting this kit. Well, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thanks button. Help out the channel. That way I can keep bringing these lights to you. Equipment costs money. You know, had to purchase a laptop just recently. My other one crashed, and believe it or not, I'm still working on that. Transfer of software and licensing is a pain. Also, please share, like, and subscribe. That way I can bring more of these lights from Nicron to you in the future. Thanks for watching. Take care.